It's time for going to the Southern Mallee Giants report. He's been flying all over the countryside. We've got him back. Sammy White is with us. G'day, Sammy. How are you?
Yeah, it's going well. Thanks, Flowman.
Mid-season break, you just flew out to America, almost it's like a Hollywood jet setting almost for you, Sammy.
Yeah, it was nice to get away for a little bit of a break. Yeah, I'm lucky enough my partner has a few perks with her mum working at an airport. So, yeah, I was lucky enough to get over to America for a bit of a break.
Oh, lucky enough. Coleman filled in for you, but we couldn't ring him because apparently his iPhone got spread. Apparently he's trying to disseminate information and messages from his iPhone in a new way.
Yeah, I'm not sure how he's getting on with that, Flowman. He's unfortunately somehow managed to put his phone in the spreader and spreading iPhones out at $1,400 a hectare. So yet to know how well the crops are going to like that, but hopefully he's got himself a new phone by now.
They say that he's got to get better with communication on the farm. He's trying to spread it at least. Beautifully done, Coleman. Well, we won't be able to ring him anymore, but we'll ring you because, Sammy, you've got a big 4 weeks ahead of you. This is obviously this week, but let's go to the ladder. And the positions are like this. You've got Ararat 9-0, and that's 36. Horsham Saints are 32. Above you on the grounds that they've got 8 wins, and you've only got the 7, but you've played one less game. And then you're third. Dimboola fourth, same premiership points as you, but you've got a better percentage, and they've played the extra game. Minyat Matoa fifth with 24. The 4 sides you meet over the next 4 weeks are the other 4 sides in the top 5, so you're really going to know where you stand. Yeah,
that's exactly right, Flo, man. It's obviously very tight between second and fifth. So yeah, big month of footy coming up, and going to be a lot of tight games to sort of determine where everyone finishes leading up to finals.
And how does that sort of work with your injury list? Because I know you've got with the game this weekend against Minyat Matoa, you've got a few coming back. You're injured still, and you're probably one of the best players in the defensive unit particularly. So how are your numbers looking as you sort of embark on 4 weeks of really torrid football? Yeah,
well, it's good to see. We've got 3 back in this week. Lee Stewart's come back from his shoulder injury. Luke Marnie's coming back from his syndesmosis, and Tim McCormack coming back from his knee injury. So 3 good ins there. And then over the next couple of weeks, we'll also get back to the likes of Jake Garvey and hopefully a few others. And so Kieran's out for a bit longer with his hand. So hopefully over the next 2 to 3 weeks, we'll get a few more inclusions too.
Really important time for the Southern Mallee Giants. 4 weeks of really tough games. And the last 3 are against Nil, Warwick Eagles and Horsham D's, who are the bottom side. So even if you drop a game here or there, you may well be able to make it up. But it's going to be very interesting. Top 3 is going to be crucial, I think, this year in the competition. All right, we've got a big weekend this weekend, and apparently it's the goods and services auction, so she should be a very, very big occasion when people get together at the club room after the big game.
Yes, goods and services this weekend, so obviously a big fundraiser for the club. Normally pull a good crowd, so it's normally a great night. The last couple of years, they've actually put their goods and services online, so anyone out there that has access to the internet can log on and make a bid from wherever they have to be. They don't actually have to be at the club room to bid on different items. So, it's been a good success the last few years and hopefully once again this year.
All right. What's the Sammy White Foundation, the flying all over the universe? What are you putting up for goods and services, Sammy?
So we've got a big ski day at the Hopeton Lake, Flowman. Lou and myself chucked that in there. So if anyone's looking for a good day skiing down at the Lake LaSalle's, make sure you get on and bid it up.
Well, do you drive, Sammy, or are you the observer, or are you the bloke out the back on the barefooting?
No, I do my best work behind the wheel, Flowman. Sitting in the driver's seat playing the music.
Good to hear. Now, does that mean that Lou? You've talked about him being a bit of a dinosaur. Does he look like the Loch Ness Monster when he's skiing?
Yeah. He's once he gets out there and picks the feet in, he it does look a bit like the Loch Ness Monster. He's funny to watch.
Good stuff. Right, so that's the goods and services auction. Make sure you place a bid. Let's get to the footy and the 4 games that are played, or 3 games for the Southern Mallee Giants across the club. Minyip Matoa at Beulah. Well, you've just mentioned that you've got 3 ins. The interesting one here is that Kieran Delahunty doesn't get to play against his old side. Last time when the fanfare about all this, there really wasn't any bargy, push and shove or anything, was there?
No, there wasn't. It wasn't too bad at all, man. I think I said last time I was sort of probably expecting a bit more back and forth, but I think both teams, sort of put it aside and just let the footy do the talking, which is good to see. But obviously Dell would be pretty upset he doesn't get a line up against his old club again. Try and make it 2 from 2.
So you've got 3 players coming back in, and so how does the side look in terms of the balance of the side? You're still out of it, of course. Is there a sense that you've got the numbers back now that you should be able to beat Minyip Matoa?
Yeah, I think so, man. Even the past few weeks, the people we have brought in have been definitely holding their own each week. Everyone's been sort of given a role to do, and they've been doing that well. So I think everyone's got full faith in the team that we've listed to definitely be good enough to definitely get a win on the weekend.
You certainly need to keep them at bay, because a loss at any point in time, as we mentioned before, is going to create some real issues for anybody in that top 5. It's coming home right now to the business end of the season, so we'll be watching that closely. In the reserves, the boys come out, they've got a couple of players back into the reserves with those 3 ins in the seniors. Any chance that you can beat Minyip Matoa in the reserves?
I'll never say never, man. I think Dylan Marshman's dropped back down to the 2, so he'll be a great inclusion. It was a great game last time we played him. Obviously had a few more numbers at the start of the season, but the boys have still been training hard each Monday and Wednesday, so look, I won't put it past them, but they'll have to bring their best.
Yep, very much so. Last time you played them, they beat Minyip Matoa, your boys, 6-8 to 6-4. But Minyip Matoa have gone from strength to strength since then, and your boys haven't troubled the scorers too often since that win.
Nah, it'd be great to see the Twos get back on the winners list. It's been a bit of a long 8 weeks. So hopefully Saturday might be the day.
Yeah, big game for them. All right, now this is where it gets really important for the 14s, because they've got a massive match against Minyip Matoa. Your boys are sitting in 6th place with 16 premiership points. Probably finals is still going to be tough because they're 2 games out in effect, because their percentage is a lot less than the Saints and Ararat. But if you beat Minyip Matoa, who are 8th, you keep your finals hopes alive.
Yeah, definitely, man. The 14s are still out on the training track each week in full force. They've got a good vibe around the team, and they're definitely. I spoke to a few of them at training on Wednesday, and they're definitely backing themselves in to get a good win this weekend.
Yeah, training hard, and any of the players that are standing out for you on the training track? Obviously Kobe Hallam with the Y is going pretty well.
Yes, he is. He's having a really good season. I actually plucked Jacko Moore out after training. He helped me do a bit of a boxing session, seeing as I can't train at the moment. So hopefully his arms aren't too sore from that. But I feel that like all the older boys, all the top ages seem to be leading the group really well, and leading from the front out the training track.
Great stuff from the lads, and good stuff for the goods and services auction. There's plenty of items up for grabs. You can register online and buy beforehand and bid beforehand, or you can get there on the night at Beulah, and it's going to be fantastic fun for everybody. A great fundraiser for the Southern Mallee Giants Club, and it does help keep the club moving in the right direction and competitive in the Wimmera Football League. So looking forward to hearing the results of that, and I'll just get an update on how the spreading's going from your next week out at Coleman's Farm. Has he rung you up and asked you for if he can borrow your old phone?
No, he hasn't got a phone to call me for, man. So yet to hear from him. But I'll keep you posted. I'll get an update on Saturday and keep you posted next week on how he's getting on.
I've always advocated that the Samsung's a bit better than the iPhone anyway, Coleman, so you might have just wasted your money. You have a great weekend, Sammy.
Thanks, man.